Welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Paula, and I am pleased to bring you my very first Christmas home tour. Welcome to our home. Won't you come in out of the wind and rain into our cozy house, all decorated for the holidays? On the left of the foyer, we have my collection of Christmas aprons. Usually we hang our coats and the dog's leashes there, but at Christmas time I like to keep it festive. That adorable snowman pillow was a gift from my mom. It's made by a Vermont company called Chandler Four Corners. Beneath our map of the Charleston waterways is a little desk that was also a gift from my mother. It was the first antique furniture that she and my dad ever bought as a married couple. Another gift from Mom is the little sleigh on top of the desk. That was the first Christmas decoration that she and my dad purchased as a married couple. It's a very special little sleigh, and I can remember that sitting on the kitchen table when I was a little girl, and it had a little flocked Santa in it with some tiny miniature packages, and I loved it. I thought it was fitting to fill it with vintage Christmas ribbon, tape, tags, and other ephemera. The sleigh is flanked by two Baldwin brass candlesticks with hurricane glass. You know my sister Patty and I both love hurricane glasses over our candlesticks. To the right of the entryway is our sitting room, and in here I have a few simple touches just to make it festive. Another snowman pillow from Chandler Four Corners, also a gift from my mother. Isn't he cute, holding his little candy cane? On the ottoman in front of the sofa, I have a wicker basket with some garland and these beautiful golden acorns. We got those on a trip to Savannah, Georgia about a year ago, and I absolutely love them. On the back of the couch, you will see 5 Santa hats. These were a gift from a friend of ours, and they are monogrammed with each of our names. There should be 6, but Truey has hers with her this week. She's a travel nurse, and she brought it with her to bring a little bit of Christmas joy to her patients. As we head down the hallway toward the main living space of our home, you can see our new Christmas tree up there. There's Hazel, and as much as I tried to clean up, you can see she dragged out some of her toys. Over here on the left, we have our little gnome. He stands guard over our kitchen. He's our kitchen gnome. I have him on a stack of books, and I just have a simple Christmas candle next to him. Here's an overview of the living room with our new tree. It's a beautiful Balsam Hill tree, and we absolutely love it. This space over here is one of my favorites. It's just simple, but beautiful. I dried those oranges last year, and I hung them on that little green tree with nothing else but twinkle lights and a sort of ivory-colored satin ribbon. Here's a close-up of some of those oranges. They've held up beautifully over the course of the year. I just stored them in a Ziploc bag, made sure it was airtight, and they were perfect when I pulled them out this year. Next to the tree, I have my vintage globe, and on top of the globe is a vintage cake topper of Santa and his reindeer. And several years ago, I saw this on another channel, Sweet and Simple Home, and she had a cake topper on a globe like this, and I just loved it. So after that, I was on the hunt for both items, and I just think they're so cute. My living room reflects my love of the traditional red and green colors at Christmas time. I have my couch covered with red plaid pillows and fuzzy warm green throws. Here's our beautiful new Christmas tree. Our ornaments are a collection of ones the kids have made, things that have been given to us as gifts, and then ornaments that we've purchased recently. Our last tree was much smaller than this one, so we had to get some new ornaments this year because it looked rather bare. Here's a close-up of some of the ornaments on the tree. We went for kind of a woodland theme in the ornaments that we purchased new this year, with the little rattan balls with the buffalo check. We added in some picks with pine cones and glittery gold berries. You can see that little skier, that Anna Lee ornament was one that was a gift from my mom. Do you spot Herbie Jingles, our elf? He's hiding in the tree. This little ornament is Santa holding a little terrier. I had a miniature schnauzer named Pippi who lived to be 19, and my mom gave me that. This is a very special ornament. This was made by my grandmother, who lived in the house that my sister Kathleen and her husband now live in. And she made all of the ornaments for her tree. So that little stocking and this little mouse were handmade by her. So they are very, very special to me. This ornament was a gift from my mom. It is a beautiful Scandinavian paper cut ornament. I just love these. Here is another one that she also gave me many years ago. It's a picture of a little girl or little boy looking out the window at the snow. They are just so precious. Here are some other ornaments. That Dunkin' Donuts one is an ornament that my son picked out when he was probably 3 years old. And there's another look at Herbie Jingles. I love those glittery pine cones too. Those were a new addition this year. Over on the other side of the living room is a sitting area, and again you can see I've kept it fairly simple, but I do love the classic colors of red and green at Christmas time. And those ruby red antique lamps were just perfect. I have my plaid pillows. And I think the whole little area is simple but festive with all the touches of the red and green. The candle ring is made from a series of picks that I purchased at Walmart, believe it or not, and they're absolutely beautiful. They have a little bit of glitter and those red berries, and then I just wove some twinkle lights in there. I just love lights at Christmas time, the candle light, the twinkle lights. To me, that's what makes Christmas special, is the warm glow of the lights and the candles. You don't even need a lot of decorations if you have the twinkle lights and the candles. It makes it feel cozy and festive just when you turn the lights off and the twinkle lights come on. There's just nothing cozier than that. Over on the other side of the tree, you can see we do have some of our stockings hanging there. The dogs tend to pull those down, so as soon as this video is over, I'll probably take the stockings down. On this table, again, I just have some touches of red and green and candlelight. That little crystal Christmas tree candle holder was a gift from my Aunt Randy many years ago. I think I was probably in high school, 10th or 11th grade, when she gave me that candle. And I think it's beautiful. I've had it many, many years. Coming around toward the doors to our back porch is a little desk, and I have a whole collection of little tiny Christmas items that I love on this desk. Starting with this beautiful December angel. There's my collection of Beatrix Potter miniature books. I have a tiny little candlestick holder with Santa carrying his sack that's vintage. I found that at Goodwill. And then that little house that hinges open is also something I found for 99 cents at Goodwill. I love that little vignette of miniatures. And here we have our Charlie Brown Christmas card. We're big Peanuts fans here. And then underneath I have a collection of children's Christmas books. I love that little spot. And then here is our dining area. I kept the kitchen table, or the dining room table, very, very simple so that it's easy for us to sit down and eat at. I have a white pitcher with a couple of different picks in there, and I love the different textures and green colors, and then the red sugared berries. The placemat is one that I made, that it's sitting on. There's a couple of silver bottle brush trees, my Nora Fleming salt and pepper shakers with Santa heading down the chimney head first, and then just a little silver bowl with some more dried oranges. And I do think the simplicity of that arrangement is actually quite beautiful. Over in the corner, we have a cabinet where I keep some of our dishware and glasses. I just tied a simple green bow to the handle, and then I have a couple of glittery reindeer on top that were a gift from my mom. These used to belong to she and my dad, and I just love the sparkle. You have to have sparkle at Christmas time. It is what makes it magical. On the windowsills, I keep a collection of little putz houses. These were, again, a gift from my mom. She and my dad collected these, and I have them sitting in my windowsill with a little strand of fairy lights woven around them, and they look very cute lit up at night. In my kitchen clean and decorate with me, from our Christmas in the Kitchen collaboration, you can get a closer look at those putz houses. I'll link that video for you. And then here on our wine cabinet, again, just another simple arrangement of the reds, the greens, and the metallics, which to me is classic Christmas. I have a silver bowl filled with pine cones and dried oranges. And I love how the rustic, natural elements of the pine cones and the oranges contrast with the very more fancy, I guess I should say, silver bowl and the mercury glass ornament. And that ornament is actually a candle. And we purchased that at the same store in Savannah where we got the golden acorns that you saw in our front room. And I have my champagne bucket tied with a green satin ribbon and filled with some simple greens. And to the left of that is my amaryllis, which is growing like crazy. And then a little Christmas music box, which is 18 years old. And then here in my kitchen, again, I just have some very simple touches. In my Christmas in the Kitchen video, I talk about how it's a hard-working kitchen. And I don't like to have too much clutter because we do cook and craft there. But I like to make it festive. So I have my pretty red apron hanging next to the pantry door. I always keep an apron there. Over here on the counter, I have this trivet with my daughter's handprint on it. She made that when she was in 4th grade. I always put that out. And then next to that is my cookbook. I always have a cookbook on the counter, and I put this Gooseberry Patch Christmas cookbook up. I just loved the red and white checked border and then the green garland on the inside of that border. It just looks so festive to me. Give you a little bit of a closer look at that. And like most of my books, that cookbook was thrifted. And then on my Nora Fleming plate that was a gift from my mom, I have my little gingerbread charm because gingerbread belongs in the kitchen. The dog treat jars and my glass jar full of cookie cutters stay out year-round, as do my utensils. But I've replaced my spoon holder with these Spode dishes. These were also a gift from Mom and Dad. And you can tell they're genuine Spode because the tree topper on genuine Spode is a Santa. One thing that I always like to have going during the holiday season is a simmer pot on my stove. It makes things smell so good. And then in the back of my stove, I keep a Currier and Ives tray. This is the Homestead in winter, and I change it out for each of the seasons. I have one for all 4 seasons, and this winter one is one of my favorites. It's just so reminiscent of Vermont, where I grew up. And then finally over here, this gingerbread baking dish is a gift from Mom. And like I said before, kitchens and gingerbread go together. And then finally, one last touch over here in this part of the kitchen is this beautiful tea towel. This was a gift from Mom as well. She loves Christmas as much as my sisters and I do. I think we get our love of Christmas from her, and she is wonderful about gifting us beautiful little Christmas items. And this vintage Santa tea towel was a gift from her, and I love it. In my coffee bar, I have kept it very simple because we use this every day. That canister is where I keep my coffee, and that was a gift from my sister Patty. It was a set of 4 vintage tin canisters, and I love them, and I will keep that out all winter long. I think it is so pretty. This green and white pitcher was thrifted, and that stays out year-round, and I keep little silver teaspoons in there for stirring my coffee. And then on the other side of my coffee pot, I have these beautiful milk glass Christmas mugs. And I thrifted those over the summer. And you can see that haul in my Thriftmas in July video, which I will link for you. It's just so fancy drinking your coffee out of a Christmas mug during the holidays. And next to that is my little coffee bank that was a gift from my sister Kathleen. It's a vintage bank and it's just adorable. And you can see that in our gift exchange video, which I will also link. So there you have my Christmas coffee bar. Thank you so much for joining me in my first Christmas home tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, it's not decorations or things that make a house a home. It's the love and the people inside of it. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a joyous holiday season. Thank you so much, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.